Yeah, man.
Alright, this is a chicken leg. I'm gonna debone for you. I know I don't have to show you this part, but it's entertaining. This is a chicken's leg. It's frozen a little bit. I just came from the market, and I just want to get this part out of the way. So now I'm gonna debone the chicken. So what I do is just cut a little cut on the drumstick. I just cut right around it, and then make one slit in between, and then cut. Use a knife, a sharp knife, with my right hand, with my left hand holding the bone, and the right hand with a knife, and just cut and just debone. In other words, put the sharp knife between the chicken's flesh and the bone, and then cut the bone, and then remove the chicken's flesh. Alright, this is another leg. I'm just removing the chicken's skin. I'm going to do the same thing for this leg. So do as you see me doing and debone the chicken. It's probably going to be cheaper if you debone it yourself. I'm going to make a meal today. I'm not sure if it's new, but I'm just creating it on my own. I just got the idea from another recipe, so I just say, why not do it with chicken? Alright, so this is a piece of thigh, and the thigh and the leg is dark meat. You can use thigh and leg for dark meat, and you can use breast for white meat. Some people like dark meat, some people like white meat. Alright, so I'm just doing the same thing with this piece of thigh. I'm using a knife to get between the chicken's flesh and the bone. Trying to get between the chicken's flesh and bone to remove the flesh. The meat is a bit frozen. It's not entirely frozen, because if it was, I wouldn't be able to cut it. It's defrosting a little bit, but it's still frozen some, yeah. I wouldn't cook it like this. I'll have to allow it to defrost somewhat. Alright, so this is a thigh. I'm just trimming the fat and anything that's not chicken meat. Just trim that off. So I'm almost there. I'm just trimming the excess fat. You leave a little bit on. Alright, so that's the idea. Alright, so now we're going to rinse this chicken with some fresh water and a couple drops of white vinegar, distilled white vinegar. just get in between the flesh. Make sure you clean off any blood, clogged blood, and any excess fat. And then look on the piece of meat and make sure it's cleaned properly. Make sure it's fresh. Alright, so now like I said, I'm just doing a quick thing. I just want to get this part out of the way. Once I'm finished, I'm gonna wash my hands, wash the chopping board, and just wipe the area clean and just put that aside for some hours. You can put it aside. I'm gonna let it marinate for at least 10 minutes. But I'm gonna let this marinate for a couple hours. Alright, now, so you get your boneless chicken and then cut strips. Cut small little strips, as small as your little pinky, small finger. I like to use a finger as a guide. You don't have to be perfect, you just want to cut strips. So do as you see me doing and cut little strips. Yeah, like those. Alright. Continue. If you didn't see the title of the video, I would make you guess what I was gonna make today, because I didn't do the intro yet. But you already saw the title, so I can't make you guess. But this meal, I tell you, it's delicious. I wanna say it's new, but I'm not sure. I'm not gonna say it's new, but I feel like I'm the first. I'm the first one doing it. I've never really heard of anyone doing it this way. The way I'm gonna prepare this chicken today. I did it before, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna show these guys this. It was awesome the first time I had it. Alright, so once you cut the chicken, boneless chicken in strips, just put it in a container or a bowl. We're gonna marinate next. Hello, my name is Miguel, and today I'm gonna make for you chicken pepper stir fry. Alright, so you saw me cut these chicken pieces up. So you're gonna need about 1.5 pounds of chicken. You're gonna need some coconut oil for frying, a small carrot, sweet pepper or paprika. We're gonna need chili bean sauce, about a pinch of salt, some cornstarch, food cornstarch, light soy sauce, and sherry cooking wine. Visit JamaicaDinners.com for the recipe. And I'm gonna use a teaspoon of chili in oil, and about 3 to 4 chili peppers. I already said the paprika. I didn't show you here, but you're gonna need a garlic and ginger. Alright, you saw me prepared and cut the chicken, boneless chicken. Alright, so now measure and add 2 tablespoons of sherry. Use 2 tablespoons of sherry. Alright. Add 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. You can use light soy sauce or regular soy sauce. This is some oil that I made some stir fry in earlier, that I did some deep fry in earlier. So now all I want you to do is just use 2 tablespoons. Use 1 tablespoon of cooking oil, like coconut oil or vegetable oil. Now add 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. I'm using a teaspoon now, but I'm gonna put some more. So for you, just remember, it's 1 tablespoon of food cornstarch. Alright, so once you add the starch in, you gotta mix it in properly because the starch will create lumps and you don't want that. The recipe calls for 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. I was trying to use less, but I'm gonna keep the 1 tablespoon. By using the cornstarch, I was told. You see, I have my couple Asian friends in here in Jamaica, and that's where I get my idea from. I question them. I ask them. I ask different people. I ask if I don't get the answer from one, there are many more. There are many other people that I know that come from Japan or China or wherever. Some of them from Philippines live here in Jamaica too. That's where I get my advice from. Alright, so you want to put it aside for at least 10 minutes and allow it to marinate. Alright, now we're going to prepare the vegetable for cooking. So you saw me pour some water in a bowl, and a few drops of white vinegar I had to the water. White vinegar is a good product. I was going to say agents for fighting germs, you know. Did you know that when you wash your dishes, you can just wipe some white vinegar on it, and that way you're sure all the bacteria is gone. So by using white vinegar, it's a nice product to use in aiding killing bacteria. It's better than bleach, believe it or not. Alright, so you saw me just scrape the carrot, just to remove the outer layer, and then I cut the stem off the sweet pepper. You can use paprika, any color, and then I remove the seeds, and then you saw me remove the skin from the onion, and I'm gonna use garlic and ginger as well. So now I'm rinsing it properly, and then I remove that water and rinse it again with fresh water. You use a chopping board. If you're gonna use a plate like me, make sure it's a thick plate, a very thick sauce plate, because I know it's not, you know, some of you guys might say like parents type and shit. The parents might say it's not safe to cut on the plate because you might crack it or you might break the plate. But this is a thick, very thick sauce plate, so that's why I use it more time. Alright, so cut the carrot in some flat pieces first. That way you can put it on the flat, you can put the flat side on the flat surface, and it will be easier to cut the strips. Other than you trying to cut the strips with it round, you kind of putting yourself at risk because it's easier to slip if it's not on a flat surface. So do as you see me doing and cut about 1/2 inch to about 1 inch strips of carrot. You want to call them carrot sticks. Alright, now the paprika, cut it in half. Put the outer side of the paprika or the sweet pepper on the surface of the chopping board, and then cut little strips. It would be easier to cut that way. So do as you see me doing and cut strips as long as your finger or thereabout. Make sure when you go in the supermarket you pick firm, bright color, fresh vegetables. They shouldn't be withering and they shouldn't be soft. They should be firm and bright. You see, you can't tell when they pick these fruit, when these vegetables were harvested. So here in Jamaica, we can tell when a food is fresh, or if they had it for a week, or if they had it for 2 weeks. Because sometimes these products can last for a good while. Market people know how to store them, so they keep fresh. All right, the onions now. You just cut the onions in half. If they are big onions, cut them in quarters, and then separate the leaves. Alright, so that's what you want. Alright, I'm just gonna shred. You can buy shredded chili pepper, but I bought this big pack. I don't want to say, I'm not advertising for people, but local people here in Jamaica, if you want to get Asian sauce and so forth, there's this one supermarket on Constant Spring Road right next to Oakland apartment. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna give you their name. You research it on your own. I'm not advertising free for no one. So, and a lot of the supermarkets have the Asian section where you can get these different sauce. But I'm telling you, in Kingston, on Constant Spring Road, there's a plaza right next to Oakland Apartments. There's a Chinese restaurant there. They sell strictly Chinese food, meat, all sorts of different strange stuff. I saw squid there. I've never seen squid in Jamaica, and squid is in that supermarket. Alright, so I use a food scissors. I just cut little lines and then shred it. Just do as you see me doing and shred your dried chili pepper. Alright, this is garlic now. I'm just removing the leaf. I'm using about 2 or 3 garlic cloves. Let's remove the leaves, trim or cut off any little brown spoiling blushes or anything like that. Alright, the ginger now. I just use a knife to scrape off the leaf. Alright. Just make sure they're cleaned properly. And shred the garlic to puree. Alright. Just do the same. The ginger. You need a ginger about the size of your first bend of your finger. Say about 1/2 inch. Alright, so that's what you want. Shred it. Alright, so that's it. Alright, next. I didn't say anything about sesame seed. If you want, you can garnish this meal with sesame seed, You just toast it. You just toast it for 5 minutes on the low heat. Roast. You just roast it for 5 minutes on the low heat. Alright, I was talking away. You put a saucepan or a wok to heat. Make sure the pot is hot before you add oil. Let's allow it to get hot for about a minute or 2. You just don't want no water in it. And put the stove gauge on 4, medium low. After the minute to now, you add about a cup to 2 cups of coconut oil, vegetable oil. If you don't have coconut oil, you can even use olive oil. Alright, well, like I said, 1 to 2 cups. The stove's gauge is on 4, medium low. You don't want it on high so it cook too fast. You just want a slow cook. By using the cornstarch, the chicken will not absorb the oil. Alright, so that's our chicken marinating for some time now. So just allow the pot, the oil to get hot until you see a little smoke. It will be ready. Alright, see a little smoke. Alright, just take a couple stirring in with the chicken that's been marinating, and then you carefully add it to the heating oil. It should be hot enough. And you use the same spoon and just kind of stir it in. Stir it in so the pieces won't stick together. Just take a few seconds and then stir it in. They're gonna be frying while you stir. You just don't want this big clump to fry. You want the little pieces fried individually. Alright, so once you do that and you see that they are separated, then you can allow it to fry. Just allow. Remember now, the stove's gauge is on 4. Alright, between 3 minutes. You just get your wooden spoon or any kind of spoon and just stir in gently. Just kind of stir in gently, move the bottom to the top. Just kind of, make sure it's not cooking too fast and it's not burning. Alright, between 6 minutes. This is what it looks like. Chicken don't take more than 8 to 12 minutes to cook, depending on the size. These small little strips shouldn't take no more than 6 minutes. 6 minutes. The cornstarch is gonna prevent it from getting brown. You know, like when you fry chicken and it get brown? Yeah. To be on the safe side, you can take a small little piece and taste it. Make sure it's there, you know? Alright, this tastes like it's ready to go on to the next stage. Alright, so turn it off. So I would say this took between 7 minutes. Or 6 minutes straight, 6 minutes. Alright, now get a spoon that scoops. It would be easier, and do as you see me doing. Remove about 95% of the oil. About 90 to 95% of the oil that's in the pot. We just wanted it to deep fry. Alright, so once you remove most of the oil, you just want a little bit in the bottom so we can continue. So we can start our stir frying now. Alright, so now I did say turn the stove off at first so we can remove the oil. So it'll be easier to remove the oil. Alright, now that we turn it back on, keep it on low for now. We're just gonna saute the chili pepper, the mash or the shredded garlic and onion, not onion, ginger, the shredded ginger and garlic, as well the chili pepper. Just put all of the chicken pieces, cooked chicken pieces, one side of the pot, and then you add the garlic, the ginger, and the chili pepper to the pot oil, and just allow it to saute for 30 seconds thereabout. This part is important. You gotta allow it to saute and cook out somewhat. And once you do that, you just stir in all the ingredients. See, I want to make sure that the garlic and the ginger is sauteed properly. Alright, so once that's sauteed properly now, you can turn the stove up on 4 medium low. Now add 1 tablespoon of chili bean sauce. This is the secret to stir frying. And that's the secret to most Chinese cuisine. And this now I'm adding a teaspoon of chili in oil. This chili in oil, I have mashed peanut and some other rest of stuff. So I just added chili, like chili pepper in oil. So you add a teaspoon of that and then stir in. You gotta do this stir in immediately. And about a few seconds after that, you add the carrot sticks or strips. And then you stir in. What I like to do with a saucepan like this, I just hold it up to the edge of the pot and pretend that I'm using a wok. Alright, so next, a few seconds after that, add the chopped onions. And then stir in. Alright, you can add a pinch of salt. Although if you ask me, it's not necessary because the soy sauce is salty somewhat. Because I'm sure they put salt in it to preserve it. And the sauces, the different sauce that I use, each of them I'm sure they have salt in it. So I realize if I don't use salt in any of these Asian meals, they tend to taste okay without adding salt. Alright, so you take a cup of stirring and turn the stove off. At the end, you just add the sliced sweet pepper or paprika. And then you make a cup of stirring and you finish. Paprika need not to cook, as well as the carrot. But I just wanted the carrot to saute a little teeny bit. Alright, that's it. You finished. Alright, so I'm getting ready to serve right now. It's best served right after you finish cooking. But if you don't want to eat it now, you can keep it out for about 4 hours. Until then, you can put it in the refrigerator overnight for no more than a day or 2 for freshness. Alright, so you take a scoop of this chicken pepper stir fry. Miguel's chicken pepper stir fry. JamaicaDinners.com chicken pepper stir fry. Alright, so this is chicken pepper stir fry. You're gonna enjoy this meal when you try it. Visit JamaicaDinners.com for the recipe. Subscribe, like, share, and you should try cooking this at home for yourself. Alright, you can't say this meal don't look attractive. It looks so beautiful and nice and fresh and delicious. And it is delicious. The chicken is, hey guys, if you like peppered steak and you don't want to eat beef, this is a perfect substitute. That's where I got the idea from doing peppered steak. I say, you know what, it would be good if I do a chicken in this. You know, a lot of people don't like beef, and if I could, I probably would have do a fish too. This meal is awesome. I gives it thumbs up. I personally gives it thumbs up. The carrot is sweet and nice, along with the onions. Sweet pepper or the paprika is crunchy because I add it at the end, and the enzymes in it is better for you. The chicken is spicy. For some reason, I don't know why, if it's because I use 4 pepper instead of 3 dried pepper, and the sauce is pepper, and the chili in oil is pepper. So this meal is kind of spicy than the beef, than the peppered steak. But it tastes good. It tastes really nice and delicious. I'm enjoying this meal right now. You see the chicken is golden brown, a nice beautiful golden brown, and not white. What's my favorite Asian meal? Well, I used to live on sweet and sour chicken for a long time. That's the only thing I used to eat in Asian. But I decided as I get older, I decided to try other meals. I like them all. One that I don't like that much, which is nice, it is nice, but it's just a little bit too sweet for my liking. That's the sesame seed, that's the sesame chicken. But I like the broccoli in oyster sauce. I love the stir fry. I love pepper steak stir fry. I love this meal, chicken pepper steak stir fry. General chicken too was nice. The chicken with broccoli was nice as well. I love them all. I enjoy them. The beef with the broccoli was awesome. And look for some shrimps. I'm gonna try and do a couple shrimp recipes, seafood. And on the website, it's just gonna be a section for Asian meals, a section for Italian meals, and a section for Latin American meals, and an entire section for just Jamaican foods only. So they're all gonna be categorized in categories, categorizing categories. So just be patient with me. I hope you kind of figure the flow on the website. But everything on the website is categorized in there according to culture or heritage. Or groups. As for the mobile, I don't get to change the website, although mobiles just keep left. All the information that you see on the left is on the rest of the website. So don't think that you're missing out anything. If you keep left, if you keep on your side, you'll see all the information that's on the rest of the website. I'm asking you to be patient with me until I can change it to accommodate cell phones. Tablets are okay. desktops, laptops. Okay. Alright, this meal was awesome. I praise it. Alright, I'm going for seconds. Until next time. I said I don't know the word. Let's see if I could just know the goodbye in Asian or Japanese or Chinese, I could say something, but I just can't say anything because I just don't know. It's not hola. It's not au revoir. I think that's it. I know is bonjour is hello. Au revoir. I'm not sure. I did French in high school. I totally forgot most of what I learned. Alright, so this is just me going for seconds. Enjoy, enjoy. Bye.
Yeah, man.